Welcome to Beaded Doilies by Shell. In this video I'm going to show you another way to convert a peyote pattern. Here I have actually turned it so it's more like a brick stitch pattern in using bead tool into the right angle weave. I go into view options, and under patterns I make sure my bead width and height is 8 and 11. That works for my computer setup. For this conversion, we have our stitch set to peyote, and the rows is the number of rows in your the columns will be the same as the number of rows in your peyote pattern, and the rows will be the 2 times the number of beads per row in your pattern. So to set up the graph, what I recommend that you do is the first column here, we're going to do straight down. And then the second column, we're going to do every other bead. And then the third column will again be straight down. And then I would copy the second and third column and paste it 4 times. Then copy that and finish off. And for this pattern, it is a pin wrap, which I usually use for making purses, so I repeat it. So we're actually not going to be using this top row, but if you are going to make a tapestry out of it, then you would want to keep the top row. But I'm going to go ahead and remove the top row because we're not going to be using it for this piece. And then I go into pattern and freeform, and that gets rid of all the beads we won't be using. That way we don't accidentally put a color where we don't want it. Then I take notepad and I cover it so I just see the row I'm going to be working on. Now the way this is set up, this first row is 2 beads. Oops, I'm still on erase. Okay. So all the way across, because it is black, we're going to be doing 2 beads. Where we'll go. Try to make sure we just get the beads we want. Do this a little quicker. Oops, I hit a couple. We'll do those real quick. Alright, so that's our first row. As you can see, every other row, the odd rows for this piece. If you had the top one, they'd be the even rows. But where you have the gap in between, you do 2 beads for each bead in the pattern. Now we'll go down, and here we have some A's, so we want to see where they are. Okay, so we have 12 blacks. So this is the single bead. That's what this row is. So we want 12 of them to be black. 4. And then we want an A. and then we need 4 more black, and then an A, and 7 more black, and then an A, and then we finish off with black. Then we go down to the next row, and this again is the doubles, so we do make sure to do both beads. Now we go all the way until we come to that first A, and then we add white, and then we go to the second A, and we add another white, and then we go down and we have the next row, which is the single ones. Now this is a pretty simple pattern, so it's just following it along. From this direction, in my first video I show you doing this with the brick stitch, and in that one you can actually see the design more as you're going and see where you might want to make adjustments. When you do it this way using the peyote stitch, you might need to wait until you've actually finished converting the pattern before you'll see where you want to make adjustments. So I recommend that you watch both videos and see which way you prefer to do it. But this is how you convert it, is like I said, this first row is the doubles, and then this next row is the singles. So that's what you do, is each time you do either the double row or the single row for each row in well, because I have it laid sideways, it's like the brick stitch. You would then do each one for the next set. If you have any questions, please post and I'll be glad to answer them for you. And I do plan to put up more videos because I have some that have more detail in them, and I'm going to show you how to move some of the designs if you need to take care of detailed stuff. Hope to see you there.